Hello guys, today we'll be playing more games for 30 minutes, but the difference from my first video or the first video in the speedrun series is that now we're rated 984. This means that our opponents are going to be a little stronger than earlier. Maybe a lot stronger because 500 is a lot of points. So if you don't know, which I don't know if you guys do, I made a brand new account and started from 400 ELO. Now we're 984 because you get a lot of rating points for your first few games. So, without a doubt, let's start this game. Our opponent is from Mexico and rated 969. Of course, he plays a good move, which is e4. I will still continue playing e5, and I'll make... Okay, so this is a really weird opening. I've never actually seen this, but maybe I could just bring out the knight normally. Okay, he played c3, but now I don't get what c3 does because the bishop didn't come out. And this pawn is blocking the bishop. The bishop can only go to here now. And usually, after e4, the bishop goes here in most openings. So I think we could just develop normally. So here he plays b4. Let's just back up with our bishop. This is a classic opening trap that you should definitely not fall for, because here white is threatening to play this a5 and trap your bishop. This bishop is on low squares right now. You could either go here or here to create space for your bishop. a5 is usually the better option. Here he takes, which is really bad move because he weakens his pawn structure. a4 is now a huge weakness instead of an attacker. Of course, we take back with our bishop. f3, interesting move, but it's definitely not good. Here, this is a common idea, but here I think we could just open the center because our opponent has not castled yet. We have to take advantage. Whoa, d4 is a crazy move. I guess maybe I could take and then go here. Or maybe take and then bishop b6. I could also take and just castle. I think I'm going to go for that. Oh, doesn't this just win a pawn? Let's see. After this, this wins a pawn. e5. I was not expecting this. I'm just going to go here. Okay, he's attacking this, but I don't think it really matters because he's done so much development. Okay, bishop d3, attacking the h7 pawn. We have to play a lot faster. He takes our pawn, but here we're a lot better. This is a trap. If he takes, we pin. I think we just won a piece here. Yes. That was 2 pieces right there for free. Another free queen for a knight. Interesting. Here our opponent did not have a great game. Hopefully I just don't time out. feel like this works. Maybe I could go here. Oh, that was checkmate. Oh, this is checkmate still. Wait, hold on. This is also mate. Here, here. Okay, let's review that game. Our opponent played a really weird opening. Apparently I had a miss, which is I missed a win. Let's see. Oh yeah, I missed mate in one. What? Okay, anyways, let's review the game. Yeah, this is not even theory. This is actually not a good move. Okay, in this opening you have to open the center. Interesting. Oh, maybe taking was the rook was better. F3 is just a really bad move. Oh, that is a dirty move. If you can see, the idea is after this, you could actually play C2, discover check, winning the queen. Okay. And after this, we're just completely winning. Okay, let's play another game. No. Yes, I'll be friends. Okay, anyways. Our opponent just asked us for a friend request, and sure. Okay, we're playing 1114. He plays e4, and I'm not going to get to the advanced openings just yet. Okay, this guy's actually playing a standard opening. This, as you can see, it's called the Ruy Lopez or the Spanish. Here, there's a classic system called the Berlin, which involves playing this, 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 and just castling. The move order matters, but they're both moves, so. Okay, he might take, but this is a really bad. Okay, yeah. Let's see, Queen G5 or. I'm just gonna play it simple and play Queen D4. Oh, so it goes for this. I have definitely seen this before, but it's not actually a good opening. White isn't completely losing, but it's not good. Okay, now I think white is completely losing. Here, it might seem risky, but we have a fork, and that's f6. We could also play bishop h6, which wins a piece, but there's no point of just risking it. So f6, and we win a piece because it's a fork. Okay, let's just give him a queen trade offer because we're losing. I meant winning, sorry. Okay, he plays queen f3. I don't know what that does. So I'm just going to develop, and I'm going to quickly castle to get out of. Oh, he either blundered mate or a queen. Let's see. Here, if he goes here, queen e1 is mate, because if you saw our last video, you'll understand why it's mate. But, okay, let me just explain this. The bishop covers the g2 square. So, and these are blocked. The king is smushed in the corner. So, but he plays this, and yes, this is a free queen, and there's nothing really better to do. Now this is basically just a matter of not messing up. D4 is actually not a bad try. When you're losing like this, you have to make threats and you have to keep the position complicated. Luckily, this is already completely winning and we're up a queen and pawn. Still, you should never resign in chess and you should continue playing even from position as white here. Okay, I think we're about to checkmate him here. Yeah, king h3 loses a rook, but there's not really anything better to do. I guess I'll just run in checkmate. By the way, if you guys can't see it, then the checkmate was that, but because the king cannot move here, here, or here, because the queen covers these two squares. Anyways, he plays this, but nothing really that special, but we could get a pawn checkmate here. Oh, he just resigned. Okay, let's game review that. Our opponent, I guess, played not a great opening, but we didn't really exactly take care of it. Okay, here we have to play the move g6, I guess. Okay, anyways, g6. And this is still better, but g6 probably wins a piece here. Yes, f6 is a great move, which means it's the only good move. Does this win a piece? Okay, only wins a pawn. Oopsie, sorry for the misunderstanding. But, yeah, after this move g3, we're just winning. You can see the eval bar isn't actually that over here. It's not that bad. White still has hope because there's only a few pieces left. But after this is just simply winning. And as you could see, this was the pawn checkmate we would have played. Okay, let's go on our next game. As you can see, our rating is 1066, and now we're going to be playing intermediates. What? Okay, let's just play the move e4. Actually, I've been playing e4, and our opponents have been playing e4, so I'm going to play the move d4. What? Okay, I don't know what this is. I think this is just a free pawn. It's another weird opening that I don't know. Guess I'll just drop back to a good square for my bishop. This is just a London opening. By the way, yes, this is called a London, but without the G pawn. Wait. I don't know what our opponent is doing here. This is just a free knight. It may look like our king gets out, but we have defense. I guess I'll just take the center. By the way, as you'll see in a couple more moves, actually I will explain in a couple more moves. Here we defend the b2 pawn and attack the queen. Okay, let's develop our bishop here. d5. Okay. So, I guess we could attack the queen with the knight that was getting attacked. We're already up a piece, like every other game. So, here, I think we could just trade first. If he goes here, we block with the queen, and it's an easily winning game. Okay, he takes. here, there's something I want to show you called artificial castling. This is basically just when you can't castle and you want to castle using more moves. Of course, castling straightforward is better, but here, let's say we could go here and then here. It would look like we castled just without the F pawn. So, rook e1, and we're also threatening the move knight c4 here. Okay, black takes our free pawn, but we could just go here. Now our king is safe. We're still threatening this, and we could play this right now, because as you'll see, there's going to be a check, and the queen's also in danger. This is called a discovered attack or discovered check. He's going to either have to block, or we take the queen with 3 different ways. Block, and we take the queen again, and move the king twice, and we win the queen. So this might not be the best move according to the engine, but this is easily winning. Was bishop b4 attacking our rook? It doesn't really matter, and we could just sacrifice the rook. Yes, it is a meme, and we could probably get the piece back, but that doesn't matter really, because we're up 12 points of material, and his king is really weak, so we should get a checkmate anytime now. I guess this is just a free rook. We're threatening mate here with bishop takes. Oh, okay. There's something in chess called pre-moving, but there's no point of doing it now. Pre-moving is something pro players and everybody should do. Well, pro players do it, but if you're low on time, I suggest you pre-move because it will save you a lot of time. Also, importantly, only pre-move when you're doing good. Like, if you're easily winning and you could probably win the position with your eyes closed, you can probably just pre-move every move, but you have to practice your mouse speed for that. Yeah, this is immediately just plus 2.05. It still said it was an opening though. Just because it has a name doesn't mean it's good. Okay, this is just easily winning. Mate in 12. Okay, let's play our last game of the day. 1079 from what, Belarus? Oman, okay. He plays e4. Let's just play e5. Actually, let me show you a new opening called the Sicilian defense. The setup is basically just here and fianchetto the bishop. There's many other ways you could play this and just do this. Here I'm gonna go for this. I don't really notice what. Okay, this is usually a bad move in openings without you playing d4, c3, because you could just attack the pawn chain or pawn itself. In this case, I actually think this wins the pawn. Oh, well, it does, I guess. I think we could just play this. I think this might be wrong, actually. I'm not that sure. Okay, I don't think it's that bad for us. Interesting. Isn't this just a free nut? Let me see. I don't see anything after that. The queen's attacking f7. Nothing bishop e4 stuff. I think this is just a free knight because our pawn's defending our queen. Okay, I think our opponent messed up here. By the way, just a heads up, we're going to be playing this channel, like this series of playing 5 games per day, up to 2,000 rating. If we get there really fast, I'm going to make another speedrunning thing. But before we get there, let's just focus on this game first. Here we're just simply up a piece, and it's a bishop. So we could just play normally, develop our pieces, and just don't mess up. Here, let's offer a trade of rooks. He takes it, and now it's just a simple win. Here I'm planning to go a5 and kick his bishop away from this diagonal. Now, this is called rook invasion to the second rank. Now, there's also pawns start here, and you could attack a lot of pawns. Rook e2 or rook e7 for the white side could be a very powerful move. Here, it probably is. Even though you could just go here, you're completely tied down. You could even play h5 to stop anything. He tries escaping with king h1, but we could just do our stuff. Oh, we hung a pawn, but it's not a big deal. We could just take it right back. Okay. Here, it's not really that... there's a... let's see about this. Here we have the choice of either... I think taking with the rook is better here. As you can see, we're threatening almost checkmate. Almost checkmate different ways. But we're threatening to take this first of all. Okay, this is just a free bishop. Let's see if we could get a somewhat cool checkmate here. Well, looks like we can. Now, let's review the game, and then I'll be it for this video. Okay, we actually had a really good game because our opponents keep blundering in the opening for some reason. Yeah, we already win a piece here. Yeah, d4 just loses a piece. It's okay to not play exactly principled when you're completely up a piece, but when you're up a piece, you still have to play it safe. What technically is better piece activity, but we're still up a piece. Okay, here we get a discovered attack checkmate, and yeah, let's see whatever this is. Okay, so, our opponent actually had a decent game here, but, wow. Actually a decent game for us too. So, today we played 5 games, and most of the games happened with e4. here, you have to learn to not play like my opponents today, because my opponents today were blundering all over the place. Once we get more high rated, maybe you could learn from my opponents. And I also have to stop talking later. Not actually, but they're gonna be a lot better. But let's not talk about that now. And you have to always be on the lookout for captures, free knights, free pieces, that is, and tactics, and also just in the opening, control the center. As you could see here, let's just open up a new database. Right off the bat, you could see that, let's say, a move like e4 is good for the eval bar. It's actually the best move according to the computer. d4 is also good. Even a move like knight f3 is good. But this is not actually good because it weakens your king. It's still a move. This is also good, but you also have to study the lines for this. So the opening moves I could recommend is e4, d4, and if you're a bit more advanced, knight f3, and if you're like around 1800 or so, c4. So in the opening, you always have to control the center, and let's just say a standard opening would look like this. This position has been reached many times, and after that position, both sides have a good chance of winning. So in the opening, just remember to bring out your pieces or develop them and control the center and get your king safety as possible, and don't blunder any pieces and be on the lookout for tactics. So see you next video. Bye.